This video is sponsored by Card Kingdom. If you click on the link in the description below, it'll take you to their store and they'll know I sent you there. Before we jump into another ranked draft for Core Set 2020, I want to remind everyone that my content is sponsored by Card Kingdom. You can visit their website by clicking on the panel below here on Twitch or the link below in the description on YouTube. They'll know I sent you there, and you can get all the products there you want, including, anything Core Set 2020, sealed products, singles, whatever. All right, let's jump in. Ooh, okay, so this is an interesting one. It's probably just Risen Reef. Risen Reef is pretty great. It, so is Tonebound Lich, but not as good as the Reef. Cloudkin Seer is also good, but probably still not as good as Risen Reef. It is close. There aren't that many commons that can even get close to Risen Reef, but like Cloudkin Seer and Murder are among them. So I'm leaning towards Risen Reef here. But, when you think about it, in some ways, it just has so much upside. I think it is better than the Seer, in 90% of decks in this format. It is gold, but I think we still do it. And then, of course, we're faced with this pack, where we have Chandra's Outrage, Pacifism, Ironroot Warlord, Rapacious Dragon. Those are the cards I'm really looking at. Come here, kitty cat. Or don't. She's like, I want attention, but I'm not going to get close enough to you to have attention. I think we probably just take the Frost Links. Pack one, pick one. I think I would take Pacifism or the Outrage. But I think where we are, we shouldn't be too invested in our first pick, but Frostlinks is great. Maybe it's not as good as Pacifism or Chandra's Outrage, but it's still a really good card, so it's not like we're taking something a lot worse than both of these because we have Risen Reef. So I think we'll take the blue card that's also an Elemental. Ooh, here's the dream combo, right? Scampering Scorcher, and Risen Reef. I think that's what we take. We need Fixing to be the 3-color deck that can actually, splash the Scorcher. But I think that's doable. Hey, another Frostlinks. Yes, please. Here, I think it's definitely the pick. Earlier, could have had a debate on some of those picks, but there, I think it definitely is the pick. Okay, so Bone to Ash is fine. Green cards here aren't anything special. I think I'd rather have Bone to Ash. Yeah. Okay, so here we've got Brightwood Tracker, Octoprophet, Thornwood Falls. Okay, I'll be right back. My cat clearly I think she wants me to let her out of the room. Of course, what's going to happen is I'm going to let her out of the room, and then she's going to want back in it. But I'm going to let her out for now. All right. Yeah, turn 3 Wreath, turn 4 Scorcher is the dream. I've had it done to me. I haven't done it myself. So, this pick. 3 cards that are all reasonable. I think I like Octoprophet a little more than the Tracker most of the time. So I'm going to go with it. Maybe I should be taking the land that would help me fix. Okay, well. There's a chance we splash Risen Reef. I do think it's a reasonable splash in the right deck. But I think Keldon Raider is enough better than Greenwood Sentinel that's, I think, what I'm going to do here. Yeah. See what happens. Okay, Loaming Shaman and Wolfkin Bond are both solid. My cat now wants back in the room. My cat, man. What she really wants is all the doors to be open to her, but that isn't practical in human world. Yeah, I think I like the Bond a little bit better, but maybe not in this deck. They're both cards that may end up getting cut. Yeah, I'll take the Shaman. 3-drop doesn't hurt. Would I rather have... Aerial Assault's definitely the best card in this pack, so I could take it just because the other options here aren't exciting, but I guess Anvil Rot Raptor's fine. And there's another one. There's also a Growth Cycle, which I guess is what I'm going to take. Okay, here we'll take a Sentinel. Take a Loyal Pegasus. Take another Greenwood Sentinel. I mean, in terms, they're not great, but I'll take them late. I mean, they're definitely playable. Okay, Wake Root Elemental's nice. It's probably just what we take here. Pack one, pick one. I would probably take this figure over it, but it's a pretty nice card. There's also a Sleep Paralysis. I think I would probably still take Wake Root Elemental over that. I do think it's close. You do need pretty good mana to make it work. Otherwise, it's a 6 mana 5/5. But yeah, I think we'd take the Elemental still. Ooh. So another nasty combo with Risen Reef is Chandra, who can make elementals. She lets you recast things from your graveyard. Right now, she can't recast anything. Chandra's Outrage is good. I mean, yeah, there's kind of a chance we end up abandoning one of these colors. Chandra's Outrage, I mean, pack one, pick one. I think I would take the Outrage over this Chandra, but it's kind of tempting to take Chandra here. Not gonna lie. If it is hard to play her and Risen Reef because of the double colored mana stuff. But that's also true of Chandra's Outrage. Like, if we don't play red, yeah, I think the smart thing, the safe thing to do is take the Outrage, and that's what I'm going to do. The Chandra was tempting, but not tempting enough. Okay, so Thicket Crasher or Silverback Shaman. I like them both a lot. I mean, if anything gets cut right now, it probably is red. That's something to keep in mind. I think I'm going to take the first Crasher over the first Shaman. Lower on the curve and all that, yeah. Another Loaming Shaman. Another Bone to Ash. Cerulean Drake. Like a reasonably main boardable card. The red cards here are okay. I mean, maybe I just take another Keldon Raider. We could easily end up red-green. I mean, we do have nice blue stuff like Frostlinks and Risen Reef is the thing. Kind of leaning towards Cerulean Drake. Yeah. It's impressed me as a main board card. Ooh. I do love Scholar of the Ages. Are we a deck that wants it? I don't know that we are right now. But I could see us getting there. I could just take a 2-drop instead, but this has way more upside. So I think I'm going to take it. See if we can make it work. Okay, so Winged Words, Sedge Scorpion, another Thornwood Falls. Thornwood Falls does increase the chances of us, like, splashing Risen Reef or whatever. And Winged Words is good. We do have not that many flyers yet, but I think we will get them. I think I'd rather have Winged Words in the end. Okay, so take an Anticipate. Kind of hope you don't play it. I think we need a Sleep Paralysis. We're short on removal. We need it more than Unsummon. Might even need a Vial of Dragonfire. Yeah, Portal Sanctuary has some combos, but it's so bad when you can't make those combos work that I don't generally like to play it. Take a 2-drop. Take the Heart Piercer Bow. Maybe we end up with the guy who can search things up, in which case it does get a little better. Yeah, this draft hasn't gone super well. I don't think. Like, no, well, okay. That probably locks us into green, right? The green Cavalier. Rabid Bite's pretty good. And that probably just means we don't want to play red. Red is definitely... There's some cool things we can do with it, but our green-blue deck looks a heck of a lot better, especially if we pick up a Cavalier of Thorns here. Yeah, so I think that's easily what we do. You know, trying to go mono-green is interesting. I don't think we can really count on that happening. Because because we have two cards that really, really like it if you're mono green, in Cavalier of Thorns and Wake Root Elemental. But, yeah. So what's our curve look like? It looks alright. I think we'll probably take a Thicket Crasher. Yeah. Over the other stuff here. You know, Ironroot Warlord would be a nice splash, but I'll take another Crasher. Leafkin Druids would be nice. An additional... Here we're going to take a Silverback Shaman. Another Frost Lynx. Also a Warden of Evos Isle. I think we probably want the Lynx even more, though. Yeah. So I don't think we're going to end up playing, like, Anvil Rot Raptor. Doesn't really look like we're a Scholar of the Ages deck either. Yeah, so we'll take third Frost Lynx. I mean, I guess I take Vorst Claw here. Don't think it can get into our deck just because we're already so stacked at the top part of our curve. Another Thicket Crasher? Sure. Oh, here's a Leafkin Druid. Awesome. Here's an Evolving Wilds. Like, is Scampering Scorcher really worth splashing? It may not be, but it does make our mana better. And that kind of matters in a world where we have Cavalier of Thorns and Wake Root Elemental. Mammoth Spider is nice. Yeah, I mean, I think in an ideal world we're not playing either of these. We might have to play the Vial just because we're low on playables. Same with Anticipate. We don't really want to play it. Probably hope we don't play a Loaming Shaman too, honestly. We'll remember these cards, but I'm just trying to sort of figure out how many playables I need to find. 3, basically. And we have cards we can play if we have to. The Wilds makes our mana a lot better. The Spider does give us a better way than we currently have to deal with flyers. I kind of hope I don't play Growth Cycle too, honestly. Yeah, I think we take the Wilds over both those guys. So here's another Vial. I think we'd rather have that than a Fortress Crab. We've got all the Vials. Well, there's a Tranquil Cove. Too bad we didn't pick up an early Pacifism. Yeah, we don't have any white cards we're splashing. We did see a couple early Pacifisms that Tranquil Cove plus Evolving Wilds would have allowed us to splash. So, Season of Growth. Is this a deck where we want it? I don't think so. No. No, it is not. So, do I grab another Vial or a Tranquil Cove just in case something weird wheels? A good one, Twilight Pony. I mean, we already have 2 Vials if we really want to run them. Oh, no, we only have 1? No, yeah, we have 2. 1 main board, 1 sideboard. I don't really think we're going to run more than that. And obviously, it's not really sideboard because there is no sideboard. I'm happy with this Octoprofit. And with this Wolfkin Bond, I think. Alright. So... I think we do need to run 1 Vial. We're not exactly overflowing with removal here. We got 9 green, which I think is like the minimum one wants in a deck like this. But I may even go to 10. Yeah, I think I am going to go to 10. Yeah. I am leaning towards 10. So I think, yeah, we do need to add 1 more card. It ain't Scholar of the Ages. It's none of these red cards. I don't think we want to run a second Vial. I think in the end we ended up with enough 2-drops. I mean, we ended up with 4. That's enough. So it comes down to whether we want like Loaming Shaman. I don't think we need a Vorst Claw type thing at the top. I mean, we've got stuff that's better basically. We don't need a random 2-drop. I kind of think it's going to be Loaming Shaman, as unexciting as he is. I think he makes the most sense to put into our deck. Helps lower our curve a little more. He has an effect that matters sometimes, as we saw in our last draft. So, yeah. I mean, I could consider a Vial instead of an Anticipate, but I like that Anticipate can also help us find our green mana if we need to. Yeah, so... What am I trying to do here? Lands? Why are they like this now? So... Yeah, I think we cut one island and add a forest. Yeah. That gives us 10 green sources. Plus, well, more than that even because of Leafkin Druid. Yeah, alright. I think that does it. Let's do this thing. Makes sense, Drop of Flame, but that's why it's like that. Wow. Well, kind of think we have to mulligan this. Yeah. Much better. Although we do have both of these monsters. I think we're actually going to throw the Wake Root Elemental on the bottom. Yeah, it would have been nice to take one of those early gain lands. Would have made our mana a lot better. Well, I don't really think I bothered playing Frostlinks in this situation. We got our triple green. That part's nice. Okay, so I could just play the Vial and kill this thing. Not the worst plan ever. In fact, I think it's just what I'm going to do. Keeping the board clear seems pretty good. Alright, so yeah, now we just play our Cavalier. Well, there's Risen Reef. That's kind of annoying, but what are you gonna do, you know? We have Frostlinks and Sleep Paralysis to try to back up our Cavalier. Should he survive? Also, when he dies, I do get to put something on top of my library. Unless that's what happens, you know. In that case, I don't get to do anything. Right, so Thicket Crasher. I think we just end our turn. Trying to think if we have a way of getting around Sleep Paralysis. Kind of don't think we do. We don't even have Unsummon. Okay, so their plan is to try to mill us out, apparently. Yeah, it's going to mill 4 cards. Good thing we have that Loaming Shaman. Is he in the graveyard yet? He's going to be hilarious against an opponent who's trying to mill us. If, you know, we get to hold on to him. So we're going to play Frostlinks here. Tap that guy down. Attack for 4. And end our turn. This card just doesn't seem... I mean, it seems like it's too hard to make it work. Our opponent may have done it, and you can do it sometimes, but the fact that it's only blue creatures, that's going to be such a small percentage of your deck, unless you're like a mono blue aggro deck, which our opponent is not. Okay. Well, Sleep Paralysis is useful against something like that. Yeah, so I think we go ahead and Sleep Paralysis the Miscreant. Slow down this race a little bit. attack with our Crasher. Of course, they can attack us back for 4, I guess. That's not ideal. Alright, that's going to mill 4 cards. Come on, don't mill Loaming Shaman. That's the goal, to avoid Loaming Shaman getting milled. Alright, he's still in the deck. I think I use my links to trade with the Cutthroat if it attacks. The other 2 guys attack, I think I just take it. Yeah, we'll just take it. Well, that's not a Loaming Shaman. Yeah, we pretty much have to stop attacking now, unfortunately. Uh-oh. Drops me to 7. You may just be about to get stomped here. Another kill spell? Another kill spell means I'm dead. Or their own Frostlinks or whatever. Yeah. Alright. That didn't go super well. Didn't feel so good. Okay, this looks all right. So, an aggro deck of one sort or another. Definitely block the Spitter if it attacks me. Shock attack with Spitter is probably what's going to happen, though. Yeah. Called it. End our turn. So we'll anticipate at the end of their turn. Yeah. Not a bad thing to put sleep paralysis on. So we're going to go to 14 now. I think I'm going to grab the land. I mean, I need the 3rd green for the Cavalier. The Cavalier's big enough to slow them down. Okay, and I can still use Sleep Paralysis this turn. It's not like I can't do anything. So yeah, Sleep Paralysis on Smuggler. Cavalier's big enough that's going to be hard for them to burn through. Like, they're going to have to use stuff like Goblin Smuggler to try to get through, basically. Alright, so we go to 12. Thank God I tapped down that Goblin Smuggler. Of course we milled Risen Reef again. So I think if they attack me, I should be very willing to block. That's not good. Okay. So now it's too big. We do have Wolfkin Bond, which will help with that. But I kind of feel like we just have to take 5 here. 6, rather. Yeah, I mean, we just have to take it. If they can kill us, they can kill us. If I decide to block there and they can, you know... We probably definitely lose instead of where we are, which is... not quite definitely losing, but... certainly not in good shape either. Okay. Trying to stabilize here. Uncaged Fury would be bad. Not thrilled about another Scorch Spitter either. Yeah, there's a good chance they have Uncaged Fury. I mean, I definitely block here. Probably get back Frostlinks rather than Risen Reef. There's a good chance they have a trick. But I think we just have to accept that. Yeah, that's bad. Obviously enough. So yeah, we'll grab our Frostlinks. We're in trouble. This like all-in aggro deck definitely feels like it got there. Are we just dead? We might just be dead. Yeah, I should have double blocked. It was probably worth the risk. I mean, we would have killed a Brawler. It was probably the better move. They did have Infuriate, though. So, you know, hindsight's 2020, but they would have just messed us up with Infuriate for sure. If we had double blocked. Oh, no. They wouldn't have. Both, yeah. Yeah, so it would have been a 3 for 2, basically. They still would be in really good position to win. We're going to block. Yeah, yeah, all right. Now, well, we're not quite dead, just basically dead. I have to block the Brawler. I go to 2. Yeah, we'll just go ahead and call it. 0-2 with this one so far. Surely we can get a win, right? Green Cavalier definitely performing about like I expected, which is to say it's definitely relevant, but it's not as game-breaking as, you know, all the other ones really can be. It depends, Kevin, but probably not. Alright, I think we can keep this. Let's hope to God we hit a 3rd land. If we do, things are going to get wacky. And then it'll have been worth drafting this deck. If we can just, you know, Risen Reef into Frostlinks is always pretty potent little combo. Definitely grab an island. Alright, things are looking nice. Ooh, double Frost Links. Plus Risen Reef. That's not going to be busted or anything. Alright, Risen Reef. So, can they kill my Reef? I hope not. But even if they can, you know, I'm getting a 2-for-1. And it does not look like they can. So that's good news. Alright, so I think we go Frost Links. Tap the Sprite, get a Risen Reef trigger. Getting it untapped doesn't really make a difference right now, so we'll just take action. Alright, well, we got there. Turn 3 Risen Reef into an Elemental is gross. Would have been funny to play Cavalier of Thorns into it as well, but take what you can get, you know. Let's just get another turn 3 Risen Reef hand. Ooh, this okay. This might be another hand that gets us there. We need a little bit of help, but not a lot. Leafkin Druid will make it so we can play Risen Reef on turn 3 almost no matter what. There aren't that many things that can kill an early Leafkin Druid. If I were really greedy, I could play the Sentinel here, but and then try to wait to play my Leafkin Druid. If I draw a land, you know, obviously if I knew I was going to draw a land, that's what I would have done. But we had no way of knowing what, you know, we have no way of knowing, so just going for the Reef is definitely, and guaranteeing the Reef is better. Yeah, so see, okay. So yeah, we definitely play our Reef. And no attacks. I'll play Thicket Crasher next turn. Ooh. So Thicket Crasher into Greenwood Sentinel is what we can do now, right? Yeah. So, wait. 4, never mind. I need 4 creatures. So not quite, but that's okay. So, play our Thicket Crasher. Take action. And no attacks. Well, we're out of elementals now, but obviously we've already gotten a ton of value out of Risen Reef. I'm just going to take 3. Gross. Alright, so I think we play Sept. Why would we want to do it that way? So we play one. We can play both Octoprophets here, so that's probably what we do. Yeah. I don't know. Wolfkin Bond doesn't seem great here. It seems alright, though. I'm okay with alright. Maybe I just attack with my Thicket Crasher. Let that Foot Soldier get bigger. Yeah, I don't hate it. Let's do it. We do have 3 of them, after all. It does make their foot soldier bigger, but we can trade with it with an Octo Prophet. Of course, it's basically... Oh, I'm stupid. Well... Yeah, that was stupid. I should have played my Octo Prophet first. Because now I only have 3 mana. And there's... Yeah. Oh, well. I mean, I get the 2 back here, but none of it's blue, so it doesn't matter. Probably play Octo Prophet again. I mean, not the same one, but play the Octo Prophet. Yeah, sure. We'll trade. See your trick. Yeah. And they do have one. Well, isn't that fun? Alright, so I think we play Octo Prophet. Bottom, bottom. I think I'm just going to go ahead and add the 2, cast Anticipate. Cerulean Drake, Wakeroot Elemental. Wakeroot Elemental is definitely better. I mean, they are a red deck, but Wakeroot Elemental is pretty bonkers, especially with... We'll get to do a Risen Reef trigger, and then we actually have the mana. Well, maybe not. We won't in the same turn, but we will have mana. That's the point. Wakeroot Elemental could get us back. We kind of need that Leafkin Druid to survive, though. Oh, I see. So they're going to do some of these Portal of Sanctuary combos, which are cool, but I do think they're a little hard to set up. Alright, so yeah, we'll play Wakeroot here. Draws us a Silverback Shaman. It's pretty nice. And then we play Greenwood Sentinel. And end our turn. So we don't want them to kill Leafkin Druid, I can tell you that. I'd probably just take a hit here if they attack me. They don't, though. Okay, so we have exactly 5 green mana. Is it better to animate lands at this point? Or to play Silverback Shaman? I guess starting to animate lands seems pretty great, so that's what I'm going to do. Lots and lots and lots of value over there. Alright, so we're going to do this. Turn an island into a creature. Well, isn't that interesting? So I'm going to play this Vial. Attack with an island. Okay, so I'm gonna kill the golem. Then I think I'm going to use the Vial to kill Master Splicer before they can start doing stupid things with it. Doesn't mean we can't do anything. We can't make a land into a creature this turn, but I think that's okay. I think we're looking at an Inspired Charge situation. Could definitely be the case. So awkward with our mana, like 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 9. It's, yeah, 3, 6, 7, 9. So we have 9. We can't quite play both of these. But, you know, I guess while I have the Elemental, I may as well try to use the Elemental to make Elementals. Yeah. Ooh. Okay. Now our clock. Now there's an actual clock. So we need to find a way to, you know, not run into trouble there. Make one of you into an elemental. Well, there we go. That helps the situation a lot. So yeah, we have to use 1 green mana here, but we don't have to use that much green mana. Come on now. Just use 2. Go Sleep Paralysis, Frilled Sea Serpent. And yeah, play the Shaman. Also a good place to put Wolfkin Bond, incidentally. Oh yeah, they can do that on their turn, but it does cost them a significant amount of tempo. But yeah, that is... Oh, except Sleep Paralysis actually returns to my hand because I worded it that way for some sick reason. So dumb. Yeah, like, I get back my Sleep Paralysis because that makes sense. So weird. I don't know why they did it that way, but they did. We just both have to keep recasting our things. Ooh, that's going to be useful. So I think we play Thicket Crasher first, although again, come on now. Yeah, play our Thicket Crasher. Gives us a Risen Reef trigger. Okay, draws us some Frost Links. How about that? I think that's definitely something we're going to want to do at some point. Is that point now? I don't think so. I think we just replay our Sleep Paralysis. And... so the best they can do with Silverback Shaman is, yeah, I think we go ahead and attack with the Shaman and maybe the island. Yeah, seems pretty decent. Yeah, we got to thin out their board, so. And this is a way to do it. We even get to draw a card. So kill those guys, kill those guys. Everybody's dead. Their board is significantly thinned out, which is going to make Frostlinks even better. We've still got, you know, trample and stuff. Ooh, that's awesome. Drawing the Frostlinks, I mean the Cavalier of Thorns there is pretty great. Oh. Okay. Well, at least we still have Risen Reef. We also still have Frost Links, so... yeah, so I think we go... Again, we're just going to use our blue mana here. Okay, buddy? So yeah, we go Frost Links. Risen Reef trigger. Tap down the Cavalier. Okay. And then... guess I'm going to play my Cavalier first, actually. And no, I'm not. So yeah, we attack with our 3s and our 4s here. Yeah, you got to be careful with Auto Tapper, that's for sure. It has you do some silly stuff if you're not careful. We're like trying to mill ourselves out here with our Cavalier of Thorns, but we still do it. Do they have a Convolute? No. Frostlings, Winged Words, okay. Okay. Could be useful. It won't be this turn, obviously. Down to 8 cards. Nice. Yeah, I've lost because of the Auto Tapper as well. It does do some dumb stuff. Do we just get Frostlinks? Yes. I think we do. Yeah. Lots of things screw up the auto tap, but yeah, mana dorks are one of them. Anything that's not a land seems to confuse it a little bit. All right, so Frostlinks. Tap down Cavalier of Dawn, attack with everything. Do I bother playing Thicket Crasher first? I kind of think leaving up Bone to Ash here is going to be more valuable. But yeah, we attack with you and you and you. And both of you. Yeah. Yep, that's the plan, Kevin, to counter the recast. Alright, they go down to 2. Yeah, and we have shields up. I think that's the right thing to do here. There aren't a lot of things that can get them out of this, but leaving up counter magic, I think, is the right thing to do. Could have a removal spell, which would be obnoxious. They do. Leaving up Bone to Ash may end up being irrelevant. But I think they're still dead, so it doesn't really matter. Yeah, just to be safe this time. Give them trample. And yep. Ooh. That does keep them alive. Oh, no, it doesn't. I assumed it did since they did it, but it doesn't. I'll be right back. All right. We got 2 losses early in our last draft and then managed to go 6-3. Be cool to do that again here. This deck doesn't feel as good as the other one did, though, so we'll see. Getting early Risen Reefs is what has won us our last 2 games. We're not going to get it this time, but this is still a pretty good hand. And we could still get it. We have 3 draw steps to do it. What is that, like an 11% chance that we draw it in those draw steps? Could be worse. I want a deck with multiple Risen Reefs and limited. That would be pretty silly. Yeah, that's pretty good. That lets us play... Probably, you know, if they don't play something worth tapping, it's going to be way better to play one of these guys. Yeah, it's not really worth tapping. Ooh. Yeah, I think we just play our Thicket Crasher. Well, maybe we play our Octo Prophet, actually. Yeah, let's play the Prophet. What colors are you? Yeah, probably don't want Cerulean Drake. Do I even want another island? Yeah, it's not going to hurt. We could use the mana. Okay. Alright, so let's attack with our Prophet. Things could be about to get way out of control here, the way things are looking. Would not surprise me. Yeah, so we play our Cavalier. And if we can back him up with Frost Lynxes the way we want to, that would be pretty sweet. They are in black and in white, both of which are colors that can sort of just laugh at big creatures sometimes, but... Okay, well, we got there. For some reason. Didn't even see that we were playing Frost Lynx. Alright, so we at least got to 3-3 here, which I'll take. Given that we started 0-2, didn't we? Yeah, we did. At least in our last draft where we went 6-3, I think we started 1-2. I had a better start than this one did. Oh, man. It's tempting to keep this hand and pray we draw an island, but I don't think that's a smart thing to do. Okay, this is a better hand. I think I'm going to get rid of the vial. Yeah. Okay, so Thicket Crasher or Octo Prophet. I think Octo Prophet. Getting this Scry here seems pretty nice. I don't really think we want... I mean, we're going to draw more lands. I think drawing a fourth one is key, but I think we just need to leave one on top. And maybe we could have done the island, but we don't have a lot of cards that really... that makes a difference with. Drawn cards is nice. Alright, so... yeah, I think we just attack with Octoprofit and play Thicket Crasher. Look out, Leafkin Druid has Trample now. Could put Wolfkin Bond on it, then it kind of matters. Probably going to put Wolfkin Bond on that Thicket Crasher if our opponent is just spinning wheels over there. And it does kind of look like that's what they're doing. Yeah, all they have is green mana, so it's definitely Wolfkin Bond time. I should say a single green mana. Yeah, so attack for 9. Somehow we're 4 and 3 with this deck. I'll take it. Didn't need Risen Reef even. Yeah, 0-3 Trample is a scary thing, isn't it? Never know when that 0-3 Trample might matter. Yeah, this is another keeper. Early Leafkin Druids are helping us a lot. We only have one of them, so that's been great. Like, turn 3 Thicket Crashers are no joke. I mean, it's not like something crazy, but it's pretty good. Alright, play our wilds. And we're just going to do this now. Maybe in a technical sense, giving them the information that I'm playing green does, you know, matters slightly. And I could wait a turn to give them that information. Till the end of their turn, anyway. Yeah, I think we still play our Leafkin Druid. Okay, so it's kind of tempting to Vial of Dragonfire this guy while it can't do anything. Kind of considering doing that. I think I am. These guys can be real obnoxious if you let them stick around. Certainly more obnoxious than a Salvager of Ruin. Yeah, so now we'll play a Thicket Crasher. And then another Thicket Crasher. I never end up in situations where I get a Cryptic Cave. It's perfectly reasonable. In this deck, it'd be hard to run because we have 2 cards that love green mana so much that running a colorless land is a problem. So, you know, even if we had picked one, we probably wouldn't have played it in the end because it would have made our mana base worse. They could use Salvager of Ruin to get back the Cryptic Caves, right? I think they could. That'd be pretty funny. Alright, so another Thicket Crasher. You're gonna die, aren't you? Oh, yeah. My poor Thicket Crashers. What did they ever do? Alright, Octoprofit. Oh, yes, please. Just leave it that way. You know, we're going to need lands at some point, but... Ew. That's okay. So play Risen Reef. And, oh, might as well play my Greenwood Sentinel, huh? No attacks. Then we can go Frostlinks, Frostlinks, Frostlinks if our Risen Reef's allowed to live, and that probably just can win us the game on its own. I am just going to take 7. Ow. Alright, so Frostlinks, Mr. Vorseclaw. Yeah, put that into play. And then Frostlinks on, yeah, Blood Burglar. And then I think, yeah, we just attack with both of these guys. I don't have anywhere great to put Wolfkin Bond, but you know, with the guys they have tapped down, yeah, I can't complain too much. I'm kind of considering holding on to this Frostlinks, but maybe I shouldn't. It does let me tap down Vorseclaw again. All right, let's just attack with all these guys and see what happens. Maybe. If they'll let us. Okay, yeah. So, attack, 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 attack. Alright, so, yeah, I think we play Frostlinks in our second main phase to tap down the Vorseclaw again. Then we're going to play an Octoprophet. And we should pretty much have lethal on them next turn, especially with sleep paralysis. I guess they could have planar cleansing, which would be really bad news. But at least this Scry can set us up to recover from a planar cleansing, I guess. Oh yeah, we don't want to draw those. Alright. So we've got sleep paralysis. Okay, so they're going to gain life. I think we're okay with that. I have one card. There's no way for them to just, like, kill us here. Is there? Because I don't think there is. What are they thinking about here? Are they just rage quitting? That could definitely be the case. People do seem to do that. Okay, so just to be safe. Two, 4, 6, 8. Yeah. Guess we're gonna leave back Risen Reef just in case. Even though they do have one card in their hand, there is stuff they could do. Yeah. Or maybe not. Back up to gold. Alright, so at least 5 and 3 after an ugly start. Been a good day of decks not starting that well, but then doing a solid job, basically. See if we can match 6 and 3. Maybe do better, who knows? Who knows? Alright, this is another good keep. The early Leafkin Druids are really helping us out. Early Leafkin Druids or Risen Reefs can definitely swing games in your favor. Oh yeah, so we're going to need to play turn 3 Octoprophet, turn 4 Silverback Shaman. I don't think you do take Risen Reef over Murder. I know some people say they wish they would, but not me. I mean, sure, you can say it's splashable, but it's also 2 colors. So, like, I think it's sort of a wash on that. Right, attack with Octoprophet. Play Silverback Shaman. Cloudkin Seers, man. Making my life more difficult than I would like. Wow. Really? Okay. Do we just leave up mana for Bone to Ash and hold on to Frostlinks for a time when pushing the damage through is a little more important? I kind of think that's a good plan here. It's gonna suck if they don't play something we can cast Bone to Ash on, but, you know. They do, though. That's pretty good against them. Alright, so Vial of Dragonfire. Use it to kill the sprite. Attack for 8. And then I think we play our Frostlinks and tap down one of those Seers. It's going to be pretty hard for them not to take at least 1 damage here, right? Especially with Trample. I think... Oh. Yeah, that does save you for a turn. But they have to block with the... Yeah, they have to block both of these. And, yeah. They have to block the Shaman with Voracious Hydra. They don't really have a choice. Yeah. You draw a card. It's a land. You play Octoprophet. Okay, so I think we do want the Frost Links. It is potentially a good way to push through damage. Yeah, it might have not hurt to scry first. Yeah. So... Yeah, so I think we play our Frost Links. Tap down Cloudkins here. Gotta block Octoprophet. Alright. We got there. Another 6 and 3 at a minimum. We've definitely had luck go our way after those first couple games. But I'll take it. Both decks, yeah. Yeah, I know I pass it, Cubic. And yeah, I mean, I'm aware that I've passed it, but basically what I think is I don't think I value it quite as much as other people. And maybe that's wrong, but I just find myself... I don't think you can play it usually if you're 3 colors. I don't think you can play it usually if you have any of the mana with, like, the cards that cost enormous amounts of mana, of colored mana, like we have in this deck between the Cavalier and the Wakeroot Elemental. It just doesn't work a lot of the times, and so I'm not willing to take it early, and other people, I think, are taking it more aggressively than I ever would. Okay, another really good hand. Unfortunately, we're not going first, but, you know, that's okay. Okay. Super aggressive time, I would guess. Yeah, let's do this now. Super aggressive is probably pretty good against us, but I think we can slow them down enough that maybe it won't matter. Yeah, they're blue-white flyers galore. So, question is whether it's better to play the Sentinel. I think the Druid's still better here. The Sentinel can at least help me race, but, and you know, the Druid can't, but the Druid can enable some nice turn 3 plays. If there are lots of things we could draw, and, you know, worst case, we can just Frost Links. Yeah, if they have the Eagle, that is going to be bad. They would have already played it, is the good news. Okay, so they're a deck that's probably going to be searching up stuff to, like the Vials as well as Heartpiercer bows, which is still a strategy I don't know that I can get behind. So let's play Octoprophet. Now, the strategy of getting Vials is fine. I would have played it if we had it. Sleep Paralysis will be good. Island, not so much. But when people like search up a bunch of Heartpiercer bows, sure, it works sometimes, but like it doesn't work a lot of the time. So Frost Links. Okay. I think I attack here with Octoprophet and see what happens. Yep, as expected. Yeah, so I think we play Frost Links and Greenwood Sentinel here. Play the links on Metropolis Sprite. So, do they search for a vial? Or are they going to go all in on the bow strategy here? Bow it is. I have lost to it once in this format. It is a thing, but it's just not my kind of thing. And yeah, lucky for us, we don't have a bunch of X1s right now. So also, if they decide to spend their mana here playing Heartpiercer Bow and equipping Heartpiercer Bow, their Loyal Pegasus, we can set it up so their Loyal Pegasus won't... They basically won't have any blockers, is what I'm trying to say. So, yeah. Could also just play Wolfkin Bond, which may just be the better option. And yeah, the bows are extra bad without the Weaponsmith. Even with him, it just seems... It seems a little clunky. I think a Skies deck is maybe the best place for it, but it's still not a huge fan. That is definitely the better move, unfortunately for us. Alright, so... Yeah, I'll put Wolfkin Bond on Greenwood Sentinel. Yeah, Lavakin and Smuggler, the difference is those two are just good on their own. But together, they're, like, ridiculous. So, I'm sure Frostlinks just gets blocked, but yeah, that removal spell does put us in a much worse position. But, you know, we still have a large creature in play. We have Sleep Paralysis in our hand. It's still a situation where paying mana for Heartpiercer Bow and equipping it does help us tempo-wise at this point. That doesn't, though. Man. I did not want to draw land there. Alright, so you guys are both going to attack. We're going to hold on to Sleep Paralysis for now. Take 4. So I'd probably Sleep Paralysis this new Metropolis Sprite. Ugh. Bad times. Yeah, I don't think we can win. Oh, now we really can't. Okay. I mean, we still have a shot, but no, we don't. We're straight up dead in the air. Yeah. So 2 6 and 3s today. You know, that's pretty good. You know, I would take going 12 and 6 every day for sure. Got to do some math. Let's see. Yeah, both drafts we got back our entry fee, although we used gold for one of them, but you know what I mean. Yeah, so 58% is where we stay. I mean, Arcom, you can say that we won 5, like, and then 3 were Mana Screw, but variance helped us win some of our games too. So, you know, it kind of evened out, especially with that draft, I think. Oh, and you're talking about your own drafts, but I think that's probably true there as well. I mean, you know, variance helps you. All right, we'll open our packs, call it a day, and we'll be back tomorrow, of course, with another draft. Air Elemental here, you know, it's not exciting. Ancestral Blade and Sleep Paralysis are nice, but Air Elemental is definitely better. It's just a huge creature for uncommon. It's got nice evasive stats. Sleep Paralysis isn't quite premium, and Ancestral Blade, you know, is solid. Nice 2-drop, but not much else.
Pyromancer extraordinaire.
I think I'd still take Air Elemental, and I might even take Ancestral Blade over Chandra. She's the worst of the 3 Chandra. She's still good, but she's not, like, awesome. Your deck composition has to end up in a certain place for her to be at her best. I think it's probably Lavakin Brawler, a card that has basically moved up in everybody's pick order over the course of this format. I think early on I would have taken Leafkin Druid over it, and I think maybe there's still a conversation there, but Lavakin Brawler is just, like, such an amazing common payoff for elemental decks. Right here, I think we do take Sleep Paralysis. This is a very weak pack, and it's definitely the best card. You know, mediocre 2-drop, 7-drop you should almost never play, 1-drop you should basically never ever play, decent 5-drop, probably another card you shouldn't play too much. And, you know, Sleep Paralysis, you do play, but it's definitely not exciting. I would probably take Shared Summons over Sleep Paralysis. I'd be tempted to. The art's awesome. And maybe that's a tiebreaker, but I do like the art on it a lot. And our last pack. Probably Woodland Champion. It's not too hard to go turn 2 Woodland Champion, turn 3 make a token or 2. But yeah, this is a weak pack as well. Very weak. Probably Woodland Champion is where I'd go. Yeah, it definitely does feel like an uncommon. Yeah, it's just too easy. You can make it evasive with other commons, and I think that's what really pushed it over to being one of the best cards. Like, the Smuggler can make it unblockable. The Thicket Crasher can give it trample. Just those 2 guys that you play all the time with it, who are also common, like, they make it way better than it looked like it would be on paper. So... Alright, that does it for today's stream. I'll be back tomorrow at the same time, 8 a.m. Eastern Time, to do a couple more drafts, and maybe more than that. Today, both our drafts were pretty long. You know, usually on a 4-hour stream, I would guess the average number of drafts I do is 3. We just did 2 today. They're both pretty long. So, thanks for stopping by, and I'll see you guys tomorrow.